The notorious one, Conor McGregor. The undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
UFC 229, Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor is supposed to be the UFC's biggest fight ever. The last thing I would have ever imagined is for this to turn into a religious and political issue. But alas, it has. These two are some of the best fighters in MMA, period. Conor McGregor is the biggest star in MMA, and Khabib Nurmagomedov has the longest undefeated streak and is the first UFC Muslim champion. Now, before we begin, I'm not trying to say that I think Conor McGregor is anti-Muslim or is trying to spread hatred or bigotry. I don't think he's trying to do any of that. However, the problem is he may have gone a little too far and may have crossed a lot of lines. First of all, it started with more or less religious mockery by Conor McGregor.
Let me give him.
I'm gonna go like my last fight.
Happy birthday.
Like
the bus.
I don't drink.
Why don't you drink?
I don't drink.
Why don't you drink?
I never drink.
I'll tell you some booze at parties.
I never drink.
You're mad backwards.
Conor McGregor started off by offering Khabib Nurmagomedov whiskey, fully knowing that Khabib is a Muslim and does not drink alcohol. When Khabib refused the drink, Conor McGregor called him backwards for not drinking. Yeah, okay.
Khabib, assalamu alaikum, and Conor, congrats on proper 12.
You cannot say salam alaikum and congrats about whiskey.
Let's get back.
Backwards. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Assalamu alaikum alada. Assalamu alaikum alada.
Then Conor starts mocking and making fun of the Islamic greeting and salutation of Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. Then it starts to get political.
His own countrymen, his own people that he's turned his back on, they want to see him gone too, and I am going to do it in the name of the Russian people.
Conor McGregor starts off by saying Khabib betrayed his people, he's a traitor, his own people want him gone, and Conor McGregor is going to do it for the Russian people.
Took money from Magomedov and you were a little lick rat.
No,
now
I
what?
talk.
Putin locked him up.
talk.
Say something to Putin about locking Magomedov up.
Furthermore, he starts to talk about Khabib Nurmagomedov's connections with certain Russian oligarchs who have a more or less questionable human rights record. But that's not where it ended.
Khabib's father posted a picture up, and the caption is, "Together we are stronger." It's such fake respect out of fear. The Chechens know, the Chechen people know that if the tables were turned and there was an opportunity for his father to stab that man in the back, he would do it in a heartbeat to take over.
Conor proceeded to talk about Khabib's father, who took a picture with one of Chechnya's oligarchs. He called Khabib's father a coward for not stabbing the Chechnyan dictator in the back and taking over, which, by the way, is completely illogical and not to mention a crime. But that's the thing, there's no answer to that. You can't respond to that. And any response you say to that could have severe consequences.
My Chechen friends, the Vainaki soldiers, they told me that they have chicken jaws in Dagestan.
And then Conor also plays on the Chechnya versus Dagestan thing, and he calls Chechnyans warriors and Dagestanis something else, and chickens or whatever, and tries to play on that geopolitical conflict. And the cherry on top.
Are you disrespecting your president, Vladimir Putin?
No, why not?
Are you disrespecting your president, Vladimir Putin?
No.
He then accuses Khabib of disrespecting Vladimir Putin, who is, surprise, surprise, Russia's president. This entire situation where Conor's talking about Khabib's connections and the fact that they have very questionable human rights records and corruption or whatever, all while Conor McGregor had taken a picture with Vladimir Putin. Yeah, let that sink in. The irony in this entire situation. And what makes matters worse is that Khabib could not say anything about that. Because, surprise, surprise, who was Vladimir Putin again? Oh, right, the Russian president. Because, in case you didn't know, Chechnya, Dagestan, all those places are still in Russia. Anything that Khabib could have said would have been a lose-lose situation at that point. He can't go ahead and criticize the president of Russia. Anything he could have said would have had severe consequences back home. I'm not saying anyone's gonna go shoot Khabib, right? He's a huge public figure in that part of the world that no one would really hurt him. But there's no telling what they could have done to his family members. And Conor also touched up on that.
If you put out this fight, I'm going to love what happens to you, your family, and your team even more on your own soil. I'm going to love that even more. Pull out, and then you know what's going to happen to you back home, kid.
Whoa. Man, I bet everyone was relieved that press conference was over. I'm not saying this got into Khabib's head or anything. This man is made of stone, you know, that nothing get into his head. But this just made this fight escalate from a fight between two of the best fighters in the world to a political issue. And when this press conference ended, that's not where everything stopped. I mean, everything just went online and continued. There were a lot of Russian fans demanding that Conor McGregor gives an apology. On the other hand, there were a lot of Conor McGregor fans who were throwing out a lot of Islamophobic comments. So the questions become, did Conor mean to do all this in terms of the political unintended ramifications that may occur? Or was that his goal from the get-go? Is that what Conor meant to do from the beginning? Did Conor cross the line by bringing family, religion, and politics into this? Or is this all simply fair game? What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments below, and for more videos, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And until next time, Assalamu alaikum, and peace be with you.
If this video gives you a stroke, diarrhea, constipation, internal bleeding, or any abdominal discomfort, ask your doctor if racism is right for you. Ignorance sold separately, logic not included.